What if Michael Jordan's greatest game wasn't in the finals, but in a silent gym with no fans at all? In Monte Carlo, 1992, Chuck Daly didn't coach. He unleashed legends, no timeouts, no subs, just Jordan, Magic, Bird, Barkley, and Ewing colliding in the most intense scrimmage ever played. The result? Jordan dropped 17 points and declared it the greatest game I've ever played in. Why does this hidden moment matter more than his 6 titles? What happens when you let egos go unchecked? And could any coach today pull off such chaos? Hit subscribe for more untold greatness, and let's explore how one unplanned practice became basketball's best-kept secret. Ready to feel the fire of true competition? Let's get into Jordan's greatest game nobody talks about.
Michael Jordan called tried out. Fall away jumper, good. You better get him back. You better get him back.
Have you ever heard about Michael Jordan's favorite game? One you've probably never seen. It happened on July 22nd, 1992 in Monte Carlo, just before the Olympics. The most fun I ever had on a basketball court, Jordan called it. Not the flu game. This was a closed-door dream team scrimmage. No cameras, no crowd, just legends going at each other in silence. White team versus blue team. The rosters were stacked. White team, Jordan, Pippen, Bird, Malone, Ewing. Blue team, Magic, Barkley, Robinson, Mullen, Leitner. Clyde Drexler and John Stockton sat out due to injuries. Coach Chuck Daly's only instruction? All you got now, all you got. That was all they needed. Can you imagine a game with that much talent, played like it was life or death, with no official record? Why is there only one known video of this masterpiece? That's part of what makes it special. Jordan scored the most in the scrimmage. White team won, 40-36. For 6 days, the Dream Team trained in luxurious Monte Carlo, practicing hard for 2 hours daily. What did they do the rest of the time? Enjoy nude beaches, dine with European royalty, and hit up the famous Jimmy's nightclub. No curfew was enforced. Chuck Daly joked, "I'd have to follow it too, and Jimmy's doesn't open until midnight." Despite the luxury, the team took training seriously. And this scrimmage, it wasn't just another drill. It became something much bigger, a clash of titans, personal and fierce. On one end, Jordan led the white team. On the other hand, Magic Johnson directed the blue team, with Barkley bringing energy and trash talk. Have you ever thought about how a relaxed setting might fuel competition instead of dulling it? Why would stars with nothing to prove play harder than ever in practice? Karl Malone added 9 points for Jordan's team. Barkley led blue with 11. Leitner chipped in 10. But the setting? It was the true catalyst. Monte Carlo gave them the space and the privacy to compete with nothing on the line, except legacy. The scrimmage opened with the blue team storming ahead, taking a 7-0 lead. Magic Johnson orchestrated flawlessly, Barkley imposed his will, and the white team looked lost. But Michael Jordan, he flipped a switch and took over. He scored 17 points, sparking a massive 17-4 run that flipped the game. This wasn't casual, it was war, played in silence. Larry Bird, fighting through back pain, hit clutch shots. Ewing and Malone battled Robinson in the paint. Pippen disrupted everything. Every bucket mattered. It was basketball at its purest form. No noise, no crowd, just raw skill and heart. Why do we only celebrate what happens under bright lights? Could this game have revealed more about greatness than any highlight reel? As Jordan led the white comeback, trash talk intensified. No one backed down. Magic called for double teams. Barkley barked louder. But Jordan, he kept scoring. When players that good care that much, something special happens. This wasn't scripted, this was survival. And by the end, the white team won 40-36, not because they were better, but because Jordan refused to lose. Chuck Daly, coaching legend, played his best hand in silence. He split his 10 healthy players into 2 teams, gave them a simple instruction, all you got now, then stepped back. No timeouts, no substitutions, no plays, just greatness unleashed. Why would a coach surrender control like that? Because Daly understood that you don't coach egos that big. You let them clash. That day, he wasn't a strategist. He was a conductor of chaos. The result? The greatest scrimmage of all time. Even Daly's decision to record it wasn't planned. Only one of his Pistons video guys captured the game. Without that tape, this game would have been lost to legend. Do you think modern coaches could ever do the same? Could you imagine letting today's superstars go fully unsupervised? Daly saw something others missed. He knew competition would do the rest. He later said he never needed to interfere. Jordan took care of that. From early mistakes to the winning run, Daly watched like a fan. And when it ended, he said nothing, because he knew something bigger than a practice had just happened. Enjoying the vibe? Like, comment your favorite part and hit subscribe for more awesomeness. Even off the court, the Dream Team lived like legends. The Olympic Village, not for them. When they arrived, only 4 guards were present. One even grabbed his kid and a camera. Security was overwhelmed. They were then relocated to the Hotel Ambassador in Barcelona, occupying 80 out of 98 rooms. No fans allowed inside. Crowds still formed outside daily. Inside, it was all business and bonding. Jordan watched opponent tapes, played golf daily, and competed like sleep didn't matter. Others played cards into the night. Barkley, ever the wild card, walked Barcelona solo despite death threats, saying, "This is my security," while raising his fists. How do you stay focused with the entire world watching? Could anyone else have handled the pressure and the fame like that team did? They weren't just athletes, they were icons. And they managed the madness with cool, quiet confidence. Still, that Monte Carlo scrimmage stands apart. Because for all the glamour, it was that game, in a silent gym, that let them be who they truly were, the best, chasing each other's throats in total privacy. So why did Michael Jordan care so deeply about this one scrimmage? It wasn't a finals game, there were no fans, no trophy, but in his own words, it was the greatest game I've ever played in. What makes that true? It was about the challenge. Jordan knew this wasn't just a practice, it was a message. Magic Johnson, still a respected leader, came out fiery, and Jordan wanted the crown. He was the new face of the game, and he proved it. Not with speeches, but with buckets. Why would a game no one saw be the one Jordan remembers most? Isn't it wild that the best moment of his legendary career happened behind closed doors? He studied tape when no one asked him to. He worked when others rested. This scrimmage, it let him show that greatness isn't situational, it's personal. He didn't just want to win, he wanted to dominate legends. All the emotion, the rivalry, the skill, it peaked in those 40 minutes. Jordan seized control, reminded everyone who he was, and walked out quietly. For him, that gym in Monaco was basketball heaven. There's something magical about a moment not meant to be seen. That scrimmage in Monte Carlo, no crowd, no coverage, no spotlight, has become mythic. The only footage? From a random Pistons video guy. No box scores, just memories. Jack McCallum's book Dream Team gives us the clearest picture. From that, we know Jordan scored 17, Barkley added 11, Leitner had 10, and Malone put up 9. But beyond numbers, it was how they played. Raw, real, and beautiful. Why do we treasure unseen moments more than polished ones? Could this scrimmage feel so special because we didn't witness it live? Even players admit they've never experienced anything like it. Magic, Bird, Barkley, all in awe. They played for pride, not medals. And Jordan rose above them all. This wasn't documented, it was felt. It lived in the hearts of legends. In a silent gym far from the spotlight, Michael Jordan delivered his most unforgettable performance. Because greatness doesn't always need a crowd. The Monte Carlo scrimmage revealed raw passion, pure competition, and unmatched pride. Legends clashed, Jordan conquered. Want more hidden moments like this? Subscribe, drop a comment, and keep chasing the unseen greatness. Legends live where cameras don't.